Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engines. Today we're working on a Honda trimmer. It's a HHT25S trimmer. It's a 4-stroke, so it's just plain regular gas. Only time it runs is if you put it on choke. So we're gonna make sure the gas is good and make sure the carburetor is clean and check the fuel filter and stuff. See if we can't get it running. So hope you enjoy the video. Okay, let's dump the gas out. Gas didn't smell that fresh. Kind of sticky. Usually just squeeze these together and it pops off. There we go. Looks like a 5/16. Go ahead and take that air filter base off. Or number 8, I guess. 8mm will do the trick too. And you got this vent tube in the back we have to pop off. There we go. Go ahead and hook the fuel lines here. That one's really hard, so we're probably more likely going to replace this one. Yeah, we're definitely going to replace that one. This other one has a clamp on it. I think probably the only ones that do this are Hondas. Have a little hose clamp on that back one there. Okay, we have to loosen we're 10mm nuts there, loosen them up so we can get this throttle cable housing out. If you leave the one side and just loosen up the other side, then when you put it back together again, it'll be set in the exact same spot as it was before, versus loosen them both up, then you have to readjust it. But just take one off, and we put it back together and just tighten it back up, and it'll be in the same spot. And we'll unhook the cable out of there, and there we go. Okay, I'm going to clean it off a little bit before we take it apart. And then we'll see if the diaphragm's bad or not. I might replace the diaphragm and stuff, but I'll go ahead and take some carburetor cleaner and clean it off before I tear it apart. So that'll be our next step. Okay, got it all cleaned off here. We'll take these 4 screws out. And we'll see how the diaphragms are and make sure everything's nice and clean in there. About got it here. Go ahead and take that top off. Diaphragm's a little stiff. Check out that bottom part here. And you gotta be careful. Right under here, there's a spring. You don't want to lose that spring right there. But it's actually kind of stiff. There's a spring right here. Don't lose that. But these flippers, they're hard as a rock. That's probably why it ain't working right. So we're just gonna go ahead and clean that up. Make sure your main jet right here is clean. Little hole right there. What you gotta do is open this all the way up and spray carburetor cleaner and make sure you can see it go through there. That little hole right there. Alright, I'll do that right now. Make sure that's nice and clean. Yeah, it's nice and clean. So let me go grab a kit. I'll put a kit in this thing and see if we can get this thing running again. Okay, the kit I'm going to be using is the Marlboro K20-WYL kit. Oh, didn't mean to bump the camera. Okay. Should we take all that stuff off? So I'll go ahead and put that base gasket on, make sure the air holes line up and everything. Put the diaphragm on. Okay, we got that part done. Now, I'll try showing without letting the screws fall out. Make sure the screen's nice and clear and everything. Put that on there. I got it on wrong. Let me leave that. Let's switch these two around. Wasn't paying attention. Where it's smooth, you always put this one on. And on here we got like the rigid side. That's where the base gasket goes on. Okay, we got that there. Now we gotta put this spring back in that hole right there. Now, this is the fun part. We got to get it locked in place without letting that spring pop out. And you hold pressure on it. We just get one of these tight right away before you let go of it, because that spring could pop out of place. We'll get these snugged up here. And just double check them. There. Now we can go back to put it on, but before we put it on, I'm going to put that new fuel line on there, because that fuel line is hard as a rock. So I'll do that next. These holes will be flexible, but they're just hard as a rock. It's just a return line, but still. And you look inside and see how the filter looks. It don't look bad, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna blow some carburetor cleaner through this line. If there's any dirt stuck on the filter, it'll blow it out. Then I'll take the air gun and blow out the tank. Seems to be going through there good. I'm gonna take some air and make sure there is no dirt and stuff in the tank. Just make sure you cover this up so you don't get gas and stuff in your eyes or anything. Kind of got a little crap out of there. So I'm gonna go grab a fuel line real quick and get this finished up here. Just go ahead and stick it in the hole and kind of twist. It only needs to be down in the tank like an inch or two. And we'll run it up through this little holder, I guess. There. Now we can go ahead and put the carburetor on. And I got this old O-ring off. That kit came with that new O-ring. So we'll go ahead and hook up the throttle. And on one side you got that big open hole. That's where this part right there goes into. Stick that in there. And pop it in place. Make sure the wires are out of there. I'll go ahead and tighten this back up, just that one nut. That way it'd still be still be set where it was. Okay, run the trigger. Make sure it's working. Put that new O-ring on there. Make sure the bolts are all the way out. Put the air cleaner base on. Hook up that vent tube. And we'll go ahead and put the nuts back on it. Make sure your choke's working as you're tightening it up. You're not binding something up. Okay, now hook up the fuel lines. That clamp put on there. And that line that we just put on, measure where you need to cut it. It's better to have them longer than shorter because you can always shorten them up. It's hard to lengthen them. Get my little tool to spread that inside of the hose out. It's got a pair of needle nose I just stick in here and stretched out a little bit. There we go. Go ahead and blow the air filter out real quick. Hook the bottoms out, and before I put gas in there, I'm gonna check the oil, and probably gonna go ahead and put a new plug in there. But the oil dipsticks right here. It just takes a little bit of oil, and you never want to overfill them. We'll see how the oil looks. Oil don't look too terribly bad. I just stick it in right without screwing it in, and it's right there. So you figure you screw it in, it's gonna be just a little bit above the center, and that's what you want. Like right in the middle of that dipstick. Looks like we gotta take this top cover off here. I get to the spark plug. Slide it off. I'll bring the camera back around. The spark plug's right in front here. Right here. Go and grab a spark plug wrench here. Burning pretty good, but we're gonna go and grab a new one. Okay guys, a new plug. It's a CMR 5/8 that goes in these Hondas. NGK plug. Make them nice and snug. Make sure it's not binding up. It should just slide right on there, you think. There we go. Okay, now we just gotta add some fuel to it, and we'll see if we can get this thing running. Okay, I put premium gas in it. That's why I like to use premium gas, at 91, 93 octane. So let's go ahead and push the primer bulb. Put it on choke. Make sure it's not on the stop position. Well, it runs like new again. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you liked my videos, please subscribe. And anyways, have a good afternoon. Thanks for watching. Bye.